Being the one to do it all oftentimes showed up in my career because I considered myself a high achieving professional woman. And so I went through life performing and proving who I was to others. And so that looked like me getting to work an hour, 2 hours early, me leaving an hour, 2 hours late, me taking on tasks that did not align with the job role just to show that I can do it. Me sitting in meetings and being present just to show that I'm there. I remember having a job, one of my first jobs after I graduated with my undergrad degree. And this particular agency was dinged from the state because the files were not in order. The clients had not been seen like they were supposed to. So they were on a probationary period, a 90-day period to get all clients seen, to get the documentation, the paperwork in order. And here I come, the high achieving one who wants to prove her worth, prove that she is capable of all things. I am hired and I am excited. So not only am I hired and excited, I am leaving my home because it took about 45 minutes to an hour to get there, 2 hours early before I have to clock in. I am organizing all the paperwork and all the documents. I am cleaning it up because that's what I do, right? I get things done and I do it well, no matter the cost to me. And the cost was exhaustion. The cost was fatigue. The cost was confusion. How did I get here? Even though I loved it, even though I enjoyed it, how did I get here? And at the time, of course, I was in it. I stayed at that position for over 2 years. I had to travel. I was placed in unsafe situations because I had to go to state mental health hospitals. Oftentimes I would be in those hospitals without security around, going to see my clients. And so there were a lot of factors that were not aligned with who I was and what I needed, but I couldn't see it at the time because I was the one to do it and get it done, right? That's what they hired me for. It wasn't even a thought of, this is too much. This is an insane request for someone who had never done this job before, especially at this fast capacity, 3 months, right? And so I got it done. We had the audit 3 months later and we passed. My supervisor and her supervisor was excited. I was thanked. But when I needed a vacation, and not a week vacation, I think I asked for like a day or 2 off, I was chastised. I was told it's really not a good idea to use your PTO right now because we need you. So even though I had worked myself to the bone, it still wasn't enough. And that's when I realized, I don't know if this doesn't feel good. But I went through jobs like that. After that one, before that one, I'm proving getting it done. You hired me for a reason. Let me prove to you I can do it. Let me prove to you that you didn't make a mistake. Let me prove to you that how I was feeling internally, I was trying to prove it externally. Let me prove to you I'm not inadequate. I'm good enough. Let me prove to you that I'm smart enough. And the whole time, they working you like a dog, loving every bit of it. Because from an organizational standpoint, why wouldn't they? You are doing amazing within their organization, within their company. And they are reaping the benefit. They are reaping the reward. And what is your reward? Burnout, self-sacrifice, anger, resentment. Because once you notice what's happening, if something happens long enough, we begin to realize what's happening or take note. Something shifts in our body. We may not know exactly what it is, but we have some type of idea. And when that happens, we become angry and resentful and mad at the other people because they allowed it to happen. That's like giving candy to a toddler over and over. Just keep giving them candy. And now we mad at them because they got a stomach ache. You gave them the candy. Why wouldn't they take it? Why wouldn't they want that candy? They don't know that it's going to make them sick. And that's what I had to come to terms with. You are mad because you are doing extra to prove your worth, and they already know your worth because they hired you. If they didn't know your worth, they wouldn't have hired you. You wouldn't be there. And so look at what's happening in your life. That may look like at home or in your professional world. What are you proving that really doesn't need to be proved? Are you projecting how you feel internally onto others? So if I feel like I'm not good enough, I'm going to prove that I am good enough and do all the things. but then ask yourself at what cost. Like, is it safe to not do all the things? And so being the one to do it all slowly breaks you down. Regardless if you recognize it or not, it's happening. Look at the world around us. We are all burnt out. We are tired. We need a vacation. Some of us trying to run from our lives. Some of us trying to hide from our lives. And what if you don't have to do any of that? What if you can actually feel free within the life you created today? What if you gave yourself permission to look at some of those beliefs that we received growing up, or received because of a cultural or family expectation, or because of society? What if you gave yourself permission to explore that and see what that looks like, and see how it's showing up in your life today, and then figuring out what we can keep in terms of generational expectations? Because we don't want to get rid of everything, but if it's no longer serving us today, are we going to continue to hold on to it and suffer? Or are we going to look at it, assess it, and then maybe apply something different? So just think about that, right? So in my 8-week coaching program, Becoming Her, Your Path to Embodied Freedom, those are the things we look at. The stories we were told growing up from a cultural and societal expectation lens. We look at what's relevant for you today. We look at communicating with your body and listening to your body's communication. Trusting that you are enough. Trusting that you are not damaged. Trusting that you are lovable, because when you look around you, you have loving people towards you. Trusting that you will still matter even when you're not doing all the things for all the people. And so just consider that, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.